of him as Sicko does pick up B-Hanks and Nefrux looks for the double edit. He has no more mats, so nothing doing with the launch pad. Will he find another sick double from Nefrux? Can he make it a triple? He's looking. He needs to get back in the storm zone. He does. Shots coming out. Shots from the player above. Double edit. Loses it. Wrigley picks it up, but can Wrigley find the zone? He did get the siphon. He needs to circle back around, and he found it, but there's tons of natural building here. Spook, everything is for him. Has 6 builds, not a ton going on here, but has the high ground. Everyone moving over. HP
That's
Wrigley
crazy,
every one of
bro.
those pellets with his face, but a good individual effort pushes Spook up to 34 points. Victory Royale.
Solid game for Spook right there, picking up a 17-point game. That's how fast you can go from the teens right up into the 30-point bracket, putting you in contention for top 5, making your way to New York City Finals. But man, Nefrux, he had crazy play there with the double edit down. I thought it was all over for a second there, but off to the next one here, guys.
Always
Pleasant Park. A little action right here, Sundown.
Always on to the next one.
Wow.
There, 45 minutes left in the queue. And remember, last time we checked out on the leaderboard, 38th was second place. Clicks was in first, but had already previously qualified. 10th was 33rd. Donnie JJ was up on that list.
See, I can never be this good. My aim is trash. I mean, my building is trash too, but I'm better at building than I am aiming.
So not in a bad spot, particularly as he picks up Z-Laner there, going to try and push in and get whatever loot from that he can.
Yeah, it was a nice little pick right there, but a little hiccup right there as we kind of catch up here. He is going for the loot. It's gonna be risky. He steps right next to Parallel Tree's box.
That's not my stuff, like.
Cannot step into those walls.
That's theirs.
Was clearly a mistake there.
And he got him with the flint. And one thing you notice there, as Trey poked out, it kind of messed him up because the flint pushed him into the corner of the box. He missed his first shot because of that. Might have been able to win the trade, but wasn't enough. Get kind of caught playing Loot Goblin there, but now Clicks pushing into the box. There's so many edits going on there, making sure he owned the ramp, flipped it back, pushed himself forward, and picks up the Elim. Brilliantly done there from the Misfits player. There's a reason he's double qualified, the first player out of NA to do so, and he's going to continue his run here as he kind of takes a second, boxes up, and tops off on shields.
Clicks has definitely made a name for himself here in the competitive Fortnite scene. Just interesting to see what he'll be able to do now in New York City. He is kind of shown up, really taking the scene by storm, honestly.
I'm so excited for LAN. Like, I'm so absurdly excited. Not just because we get to see all of these players all in the same custom lobby for the entirety of the game, see what the contestants go out, but just, does somebody play different? Is somebody a little more hesitant? Is somebody more aggressive?
I think they do. I think some players are going to stick to their roots and push through, but that might be the downfall, man. These guys are just going to be waiting for something to pop off to, server collapse, if you want to call it that. This server collapsing is going to be disgusting at Fortnite World Cup.
I got faith, man.
Right,
don't forget those Elims. Still worth the point, man. Still got to go out there. They'll be able to get it. Clicks, pick it up. Trey there, who we saw earlier with a nice flintlock play, but not going to save you from Clicks as he pushes in with that epic combat shotgun. Pops his last shadow bomb and is going to get moving over onto the far side of the zone.
Love what he's doing too. He's got so much material. He's playing for higher elevation right here. But with this many players alive, no layer is safe, especially not the lowest. In comes the drum gun pressure right there. Does see a player on the campfire, decides, hey, he's still got shield. Focuses on the next person. This is the problem with having a
dang, bro. Like that aim, though. I can't do that.
That first bloom shot, man, that was rough. He literally had the guy painted, and it was just like one of the scenes out of the cartoons. We hit everything but him, and right there, Shababad. Clicks hits everything, including you. Trap shotgun right there. You have Exulting just below Clicks. The controller player duo of Excels trying to put some pressure on him, but just going to disengage. Grandma just below him. We've seen him on the leaderboards time and time again. Symphony also in his own box, but Bizzle is going to smell him out there and send him back to the lobby. Well done from the week 1 qualifier and the Ghost General, the highest earning Fortnite player in competitive history right now, is trying to make his mark on this lobby, sitting at 30 points, already qualified, 2 boogies, heavy sniper, and the legendary combat.
Yep,
This guy can build and edit well.
Threshold being broken into right there. Nice little edit, catches a
Dang,
clean
got
Elim on
that
Nico,
toe.
who had the storm pressure. You notice that did crumble just a bit there.
And he's into the top 15 as well. The player right on the side is looking for it. Slem was actually the one to pick that up. So Bizzle going to continue going forward. And this is where he loves to fight. I know Bala has been a big talk about it, but how good the Ghost guys are at tunneling and fighting from their tunnel, whether it's Sean or Bizzle or Demo or Snood, every single one of them can fight from these angles, and Bizzle trying to do it. But the ramp in his face, Boogie Bob, disco out in the open. Leo being the benefactor of that one. Kydra, honestly, just, I don't know if it was luck, benefactor, right time, right place, but Bizzle gets sent back. Grandma, however, picks up Leo right after, so we're on board with Shaded Talent on the ultimate low ground as Grandma picks up another one.
Yep, Grandma is in this game. You see him popping off in the feed. Shaded trying to get up higher. The higher he goes, the closer he gets to Grandma.
Oh.
Connect right here. Does land a shot. It's Click who goes down. Beautiful trap, too. You put it on the ceiling. It's undodgeable, essentially. And that was how he caught Clicks off guard right there. Shaded Talent, now one step closer to high ground. He's going to step out into
He don't even care. He's going in the zone right now.
Nice and secure setup in the top here.
And then he has the stinks to be able to rain him down. I don't know if he realized he's completely uncontested, but now AJ is forced right out of the storm. And with the tick over from the storm change, he's going to get it.
He won, wow.
Way, but Shaded smelt it, he dealt it, and everyone else in the lobby had to deal with it. 4 Elims and the victory royale, bumping him up to 33 points.
You would think we'd see more end games like that, where the stinks just flush out everyone in the low ground, but to hold on to something so valuable to the end, that's a tough play.
How rarely are you like getting into a top 3 situation where you have uncontested high ground and you have 2 stinks? Like, the reason that doesn't typically end up happening, you don't see that more often. You think like, oh, that's the best use case for a stink. Yes, if you get into that situation.
You gotta make it there, and then like you gotta hold on to him. So.
Right. But whereas if you, and we've talked about this, I know Courage is a big advocate, if you have 3 stinks in a solo and somebody's boxed up, you can effectively eliminate them, right? You can chase them around or at least force them to burn a ton of materials. So that's why you tend to see players opt to use them, because you can get kind of tags on players. Oh, yeah.
That's
trying
scary.
to go for the immediate wall replace, but you can see how there's a little bit of an issue when you get exposed. If the other player goes to shoot first, you know, they get that first shot on you. As that happens right there, and Yak trades it back out with Bizbo. You can take the wall and own it all you want, but if you don't hit the shots, it doesn't matter.
That was 2 125s. Precision aim right there. Yak finds himself a ton of loot, materials, zone. He's got so much going for him now.
It was actually kind of a misplay by the other player. I think it was Bizbo. When you're kind of poking there, you need to shoot, and right as you shoot, move your character model over to the left. He just sat his character model in the window, basically framed his face to catch those pellets. Make sure you're abusing that right-hand advantage. If you have it, you can't give it up, or you can't have it and then not use it.
Nice, I like that tunnel. Thank you. Man.
Just too fast. Mega was just too fast for him to react. He was one step ahead of him every single moment.
That foot knock, that would be too scary in end game, because you shoot yourself into the storm, you ain't gonna have a lot of health.
They're too quick.
You're gonna be struggling.
And we talk about like what makes some of these players good.
I guess when you are in the tunnel, just shoot you to your back wall.
Like that would be what I say kind of Mega, Dubs, Benji, Fishy, Mr. Savage, well, they all have like certain types of traits about them and certain things they do well. Yes, they're all incredibly fast-paced players with everything they do, and in and of themselves, that's almost their defining trait. The quickness at which they do everything, beating somebody in to the punch by a quarter of a second is enough for a shot.
They just chill in the baller. I wouldn't. I would be way too scared to chill in the baller.
That's why the best of the best are so consistent.
It's crazy, bro.
See what he's gonna do. We have praised him enough on how quick he is. He's at 14 eliminations. If you don't believe us by now, you're crazy. You don't get that high, that aggressive in finals, guys. Mind you, this is everything on the line for New York City, right? Potentially. he just pushes through. Just goes all the way through. No
Man.
hesitation. That's one. Someone else does join the battle here. 5
Oh.
Quick little flick right there.
Dang, his sensitivity must be high. You could flick like that.
I half thought he was going to push in for the pickaxe. The flip knock will do the 180 if you get that full headshot there, but instead sticks with the combat and then picks up the nice little double.
He just lost all his shield, but good thing he took it.
Good job getting up 2 blocks, and then luckily, as he pops the shadow, the shots miss towards the door. So, you know, sometimes you got to make your own luck. Mega catching it right there is going to put down the campfire as well as the 2 minis. If you blink, you might have missed it, but he's now in the center of zone, boxed up, campfire one side, launch pad in the zone next to him, and now reloading all of his weapons, ready for the next rush.
Yeah, he did manage to drop the flint and pick up a grenade launcher. Interesting to see how that's going to play out here in this end game.
Yeah, that is interesting.
It's not typical you see someone have a grenade launcher towards these congested zones. But this is the perfect time to use all these shadow bombs, guys. Just keep him in the game and rotating. He is on someone's heels right here. Z was really trying to get that Elam right there, chasing him all the way up.
And one thing that's super important to note there, notice how he didn't jump or
don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do him dirty like that.
Other movement options would have given away, and the player would have known, would have had an opportunity to box him in, potentially trap him out.
He was about to do him dirty.
Do all of the little things right. You might not think about it. You might think, oh, I get the double jump, I better use it. No, players adapt. They've gotten used to it. They know to look for the smoke trails, to just throw bullets towards it and to hope to get it. But Mega going one step farther, and he still has 2 more, enabling him so much. And here go the grenades. Will we see Mr. Savage 2.0, who is the best billiard player in NA? He fires all of them down low, and no ticks coming through yet.
Oh man.
But the pressure.
If only he had that shot, that guy
the sounds, it's as much of a mind
probably would
game
have been
as
dead.
it is the whole site just to kind of connect here. So let's see what Mega's gonna do. He's looking for the Elams down low. He doesn't care about who's up above. He's trying to inch his way down here, just taking a little bit more control of this layer. He doesn't have any movement, any freedom space here. He's gonna find Dream TV.
Wait. That was a grenade tag. It had to have been. He hasn't shot anybody else in the last minute. So he had to have hit somebody with a grenade, gets flint knocked out into the zone there. Like, can he cover himself? 7 HP. Oh! Mega drops down.
No way.
You can
That's
go back.
crazy.
It's the time of summer, and it's the time of phase. Mega. What
this
a
guy is crazy.
sick play now. Up to 107 effective HP. Papa Eggy on the high ground. Hoffner gets personally victimized by Mega. Like basically the rest of the entire lobby. Up to 19 Elams, but now on the low ground. Shadow Bomb comes out from Eggy. Hot feet for Mega. Hot feet for Eggy, but he's in the shadow. And Mega
wow, this guy is crazy.
I don't know how he just did that, but he
20 Elams? Nah, bro.
That was as close as we've ever seen it, and that was a 20 elimination game there.
30 points. 30 points for Mega. We saw him at 7 HP. Again, I cannot stress it enough. If you're watching and you want to get better at Fortnite,
imagine dropping a 20 bomb.
That's what I'm saying. Imagine dropping a 20 bomb in any game. Like, I think I've had a 20 bomb once, maybe, in a pub, I think, and I felt really, really, really happy. He's doing it in the finals against the best of the world. If you want to go watch these games, watch their perspectives, you can load it up in the client yourself. You can go to the leaderboard, set the region. Right now, we're on NA East. Then you can click the compete tab at the top, load up week 9, and check out all of the individual greatness. Whether you want to be watching Tfue or Dubs or Mega or any of the other solo players who have already qualified, I promise you, they will all put on a show as we get
I might watch Tfue.
Final half.
I like Tfue.
And already Chap, Tilpill, Snood, all up over on this side. Clicks in the match as well. Right as I said that, Tilpill gets taken out by, honestly, the Demon Hunter right now. That's what Clicks feels like. He's just running around cleaning up everything.
Dude, Clicks is fearless right now. He's he has nothing to lose at this point. This is all good practice for the Fortnite World Cup. This Chap is now putting pressure on players that are gliding across, and what a death valley here. You do not want to have to cross this. You think, oh, I have a launch pad, I'm okay. No way, not when players have this much elevation kind of set up. This poor guy he redeployed.
Wow.
He uses the flint knock to actually try and save himself there.
Oh, I didn't see him use a flint knock.
Was able to catch himself right there at the bottom. You see Kearney also here. Chap trying to get an angle on the rest of the lobby. Again, the liquid old guard desperately trying to qualify.
Oh, he has a wrist to go. That can actually be really good in like 1v1 at the end of the game.
It does get picked up. Bears also going down. 33 players remaining. Circle 6, and also a ton of verticality changes going on the circle. Look at the bottom right monster.
Yeah, it's going straight across another valley towards the tilted, or neo-tilted mountain. You guys are very familiar with this mountain. It's been in the game for a while here. So to have to cross back, another steep elevation coming from the shifty side.
Yeah, the old that old clock tower mountain gives a really, really good kind of vantage point over the rest of Tilted, but it's really awkward to kind of end up fighting around and rotating over because it's such a steep valley into then this kind of like gradual hill that drops off right after. So we'll see some interesting rotations coming out, but now on board here with Joy with that tactical assault rifle trying to throw some shots over. You do see Storm Surge over on your right hand side. Only one more player has to fall before that turns off, and the rotation is coming through. So Joy is going to be looking for those gatekeeping opportunities. You see him checking the angles as Shiga picks up center.
Oh, he monked his kill.
He's going to be like, all right, got my Elam, I'm out. Waiting for the opportunity to then rotate over and away. The question is, how long can he extend out the Shadow Bomb? Not long enough. Going to opt to use the second one. Does get to tick over in the storm as well onto Shiga. So good job from him. And now all the way far side of the zone.
Manages to really just hop his way up and over all the builds. Perfect usage of the Shadow Bombs here. He hasn't even reloaded the turret. He's already on the offensive push here. Another player did rotate by. He's kind of getting his eyes set on who's going to be his next victim. Went from 1 eliminations to 3.
No.
The fourth, and it is going to be the fourth.
Man, he's going through and
We saw him
taking all the Elams.
Ending in the top 10. I think he finished about 6.
But doesn't look like he's having as much fun.
Ooh, that jump though.
As J-Truth picks up another Elam. Grandma goes down outside of the top 15. zGlock-YT also down. Another player who qualified for duos looking for a solo qualification. You have Snood, the second best average Sunday finisher in the entire world, but hasn't managed to get a qualification spot. 2 9th place finishes for him. Will this week be his week? You see Joy shots up towards the top ground, and he gets with the drop down in the alley-oop afterwards.
Yep, and here it is. Joy has now found himself 2 layers up and over these opponents here. You have to be very careful. He's looking to see if he can just disconnect this entire build. Maybe he gets some fall damage.
I hate when it does that, bro.
There was a rift that went off. This is not completely uncontested, and boom, there it is. He realizes there's the 3 players in the sky.
Oh, you don't have much of that ammo for that new AR shotgun or AR SMG thing. The combat AR, or compact, whatever you want to call it.
He did manage to pull that off.
I don't know what it's called.
What's going on here? Click's still in the game. Baldy's still in the game as well. Click's pops the big old rift. He's getting this nice rotation. He sees the mountain up ahead. This is going to work out perfect for him as Joy is probably running low on mats. A lot of builds coming out of him, except going up.
Oh, he's getting rushed too.
On the ramp, doesn't even care. No respect for Joy at all. Puts the double ramp off right there.
Just absolutely.
Oh man.
Away from him. Clicks in the top right, Joy in the bottom right. That's the fight that's happening in the high ground. You have 2 separate 1v1s. Clicks versus Joy, except versus phase attacks and attacks. Runs him over. Absolutely.
I would hate to be stuck at that on a wall. Man.
That's to his name. So Clicks is just going to rain down on the lobby. Only 2 mats left on Joy, and a singular Shadow Bomb that is there as well. Everything is pointing to Clicks if he can get his way down. Attacks, goes forward onto Joy, and Joy finds it. He gets the siphon, but he's down on the HP lead as Clicks has the high ground, but is starting to run low on that. Only has 12
no.
left, but that's all
he got him from up top too.
Shotgun from nearly 6 tiles up. The hard aim down sights for Clicks. 3
Lock it
Elams,
up.
Victory Royale locks it up with the 13 points. There's a reason he's qualified in duos, solos, and he's in first place. Well, right now, well done, clicks, but the action doesn't stop. Again, 49 players left, nearly half of the lobby in this match, and we're on board here with Raised by King Steens. 25 minutes left.
Yeah, definitely was a crazy game right there for Clicks, but jumping into the next game, 25 minutes left on the queue. This is going to be a close one here for Steens, as he is running out of time on the clock for the final opportunity for anyone, guys, to make it through the Fortnite World Cup final stage. This is it. These are just the last moments. So another 50-man, highly congested lobby. Storm 6 is approaching.
And we're going through Tilted. We talk about all of the natural structures and stuff that is already...
See, what I hate is nobody goes to the new Tilted, Neo Tilted, no one goes. Even in the Arena League, no one goes.
Will Steens push forward for it? First edit, second edit. Players right there, phasing through the floor, and it opts to disengage. No shot coming out yet. Oh, he found him. He owns that ramp.
Oh,
that should be free. Yeah.
Oh, RBG. That's my favorite gun.
These shots are just barely connecting at full range right there. That's insane. Such a tough shot to make in a close quarter like that. Beautiful flicks right here.
I need to take pointers, bro.
Right now, and he is now
I need to go to the Division League and just
taking a look around the map now.
Take do what they do in the division I am in.
Will we see some elims being picked up? Not as much as we saw before. That little change to the boom bows made a big difference.
Yeah, I know a lot of people kind of scoffed at it at first, like, oh, like 0.25 seconds. That's not a big difference. When you look at small numbers like that in particular, I advise people to think in terms of percentages, right? So yeah, you think, oh, a quarter of a second, that's not that long of a time. But one, a quarter of a second is about the natural reaction speed for a human, and two, that's a 25% increase. So all those like sick full draw flicks you saw before, you don't have the time to do that anymore. Because yes, the extra half second, you're like, oh, what is that? But if it's the reaction time for your average human being, I promise you, the competitive Fortnite player has a much faster reaction time than that. So all of a sudden, they hear any amount of that draw, or you don't get as quick of a release, it's not going to be as effective. Not to say it's not strong, but it's definitely slightly more significant than people thought at first.
Yeah, definitely. Percentages are huge, and we talked about...
Oh, he went right through those buildings. Man.
So close, hits the tree as Nut walks right past him. He did do the last bit of damage, so
you're rewarded. Anti-cheat, we're going to have to look at that, maybe for teaming, because Nut in the tree, just similar names going through the tree, holding up there, just make sure. But no, brilliantly done from Nut. Super unfortunate there that the tree happened to be there, but, you know, sometimes luck's on your side and sometimes it's not, as we're on board here with Clarity G. Trying to find an angle, still has his baller as well as 2 shadow bombs, so a lot of utility coming out, has the heavy sniper as well, and you can see him just trying to find a spot to hang out with the baller so he won't get shot down.
Video that comes after to be too long, so I'll end the stream here. See you guys in the next video.